What up, YouTube? This is Steven, and for this particular video, I want to share my unwrapping, unboxing, unpacking experience with you guys. Whatever you are used to calling it. Um, I recently made a purchase from yesasia.com, and I purchased two CDs. I purchased Jin Hoshino's Yellow Dancer, and I purchased MISIA's Love Bebop CD. So here is the package. This is the package that I received, and I'm going to open the package. All right, so here I go. All right, and I made this purchase on about January 7th, and I received my purchase, received my package on January 25th. All right, so here it is. Here's how it's packed. It's two CDs, as I mentioned before, and it's coming all the way from China. Looks like, or either Hong Kong. I guess China or Hong Kong is in China, but on one thing they're saying Hong Kong, and on the other side is saying China. Whatever. All right. So again, I got some more bubble wrap for you. All right. I got some more bubble wrap for you. Okay. All right. They're making sure to pack this really tight, really right. All right. And here we go. Let's see. All right. This is MISIA's Love Bebop CD. And I purchased the limited edition version, which is supposed to come with a remix, and it does. Bonus track, Love Bebop, and it's the Love Is All remix. Personally, I actually listened to the remix a little bit before I actually received this, and I was like, and it wasn't really worth it, but it's okay, it's cool. But I did listen to the song, the original song, Love Bebop, and that song is definitely worth the purchase. And I found out about MISIA because I did a photo analysis of her single cover for Orphans no Namida, which is Orphan's Tears. I think she did a song for the Gundam series, and that was the first song I was exposed to by MISIA. I was like, oh, wow, she has a really soulful voice, and a voice that I'm not used to hearing, a vocal tone and a vocal voice that I'm not used to hearing when it comes to Japanese pop music. And I started to explore a little bit about her, and then I listened to the album preview that she posted on her YouTube page, and I was like, okay, I think I'll give this, I'll give MISIA a shot. I'll try her out. So this is the cover, and I also did a photo analysis of this cover as well. So if you guys are interested, feel free to check it out. And this is the back cover. It's just a list of the tracks, and as you can see, it's 14 tracks for this particular CD. The regular edition has 13 tracks. The 14th track, as I mentioned, is a remix. All right. The second purchase that I made was Jin Hoshino's Yellow Dancer. I remember seeing this album cover in online. I think aramajapan.com. I remember seeing this album cover, and I wasn't really thrilled with it, and I kind of ignored it. But I wound up listening to some of Jin Hoshino's music, and I was like, wow. And then I did a little bit more research on him, and I found out that he actually he not only wrote all the lyrics for his album, but he also produced all the songs for his album as well. And as well, he sang all the songs on his album, except for one, which is like an instrumental. But other than that, yeah, he's he did the whole thing himself, So he's really talented, and he's also a voice actor, I believe. And again, when I listened to The song, let's see, the song that I would say I listened to Tokyo first, and I thought it was kind of like a Japanese version of like Pharrell's Happy song, kind of like. And I also listened to his song Sun, which was like somewhat of a hit, and a lot of people were checking for that song. And I remember him like I did a little bit of backtracking on some news articles, and he said something that's kind of like a bit odd to me. He said that he really likes, black music, but I'm like, what is black music though? That's like me saying I like Asian music. What is Asian music? You know, like black music kind of covers a lot of different genres, as does Asian music. And that's like, our, white music. Like, what is that? What is that? But I'm not really like offended or anything, but it's just a bit weird. But I don't hold that against them. But I just thought that was kind of interesting. Like yet again, I kind of hear like black music thrown in, not in a negative way, in a positive way, but it's still. And I also did a video about this a while back regarding Namie. She kind of used the phrase black music in her Queen of Hip Hop album. And I did a video about that a while back. But this is the cover. I did a photo analysis of the cover after I made this purchase. After I listened to his music, I was a bit more interested. I was like, well, let me give this cover a chance and just analyze it. Here's the back cover as well. So, Jim is kind of like doing some like artsy type of stuff here. So good for him. And these purchases were of the Japanese version, which I usually do not purchase the Japanese version of Japanese pop music artists' CDs because they're super expensive. I think these CDs, they don't list the price on the invoice for some reason, which is a bit odd. I don't know why they just didn't list the price on the invoice. So that's a bit of a slight against them, but whatever. But it was about, MISIA's was about probably like $30, and Jin Hoshino CD was about probably like $26 maybe. But yeah, I purchased the Japanese version of the CD, or the CDs, because, well, Jin Hoshino didn't have a overseas version available, at least at the time of purchase. And in regards to MISIA, I purchased hers like right when it was released, which I usually, again, don't do because I wait for the overseas version to come out, which is usually priced more reasonably. Like, usually Japanese people are used to paying more for their music. I'm not Japanese. I'm American. I'm not used to paying that much for music. But I did for these two artists, and I haven't listened to their CDs yet. But I've listened to a couple of songs from the CDs, and it's, promising. But I will say, the one benefit that you do get when you purchase the Japanese version is that your sales do count towards the Oricon music charts. So if you are really into supporting your musical artist or your favorite musical artist or what have you, purchasing the Japanese version really does help the musical artist in terms of sales. Not that it doesn't help also in the overseas sales as well, but I guess Oricon music charts are probably more important. Not, I don't want to say more important, but they factor into the artist's career more so than the overseas sales because their base is Japan. you know. But I'll give a quick rundown of the CDs as far as like the description of them and like the musical genre. How about that? All right. Misha's is more like R&B music, R&B soul music, probably a little gospel thrown in here or there. The title track, Love Bebop, is actually an EDM song, but it's like a good EDM song. It's not like one of those generic throwaway EDM songs. Like, that track is bumping. Like, if you don't listen to any other track off this CD, listen to Love Bebop. It's a dance track, and usually I kind of don't see MISIA as the dance track type. She's more of the soulful singer, like, singing ballads and whatnot. But I was like, wow, like, this track is really hitting. So again, if you listen to nothing else, listen to the title track, because really I think the title track should have been a single and help promote the album. But then again, maybe not, because it's probably a bit different from what the album's what's the word? The album's theme is, perhaps, in terms of music. But yeah, give Love Bebop a listen, and perhaps maybe Orphans no Namida, and maybe even Butterfly. And this CD overall is like an R&B type of CD. She's actually kind of what I imagined and what I thought Utada Hikaru would be. I hope I'm not, upsetting the Utada tots here, but she's kind of this is kind of what I thought that Utada would be in terms of vocals and material, at least from what I've listened to from MISIA. No shade to Utada Hikaru. As far as Jin Hoshino is concerned, it's more of a R&B type of style too, mixed with probably a little bit of like other stuff with it. But mostly, like he said, he was influenced by, quote unquote black music. Not quite sure what that is still. A whole lot of things factor into black music, a whole lot of genres factor into that. But yeah, it's like an R&B type of vibe with it, from what I've listened or from what I've heard. But as you see, straight out the package and not even unwrapped yet. So I haven't listened to the entire CD, but I've listened to songs off the CDs. So I think that's pretty much it. I think I forgot to mention, as far as MISIA's CD is concerned, this is the limited edition, as I mentioned, but I think it comes with like a sticker in addition to the remix track. So yeah, I kind of wish you would have did like a CD plus DVD version of it, because she has some music videos for this album. I don't know why she didn't do that. Oh well, I guess she didn't want to release her music videos. But I think I've said all I have to say for the time being. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was informative. Perhaps you're thinking about purchasing some, music, and perhaps you are looking for a retailer. Perhaps try yesasia.com. I usually purchase from them, I guess, just because I'm more familiar with them. But there are other sites you can purchase from as well. And as I may have mentioned already, I submitted my purchase on January 7th, and I received my purchase on January 25th. However, it seemed like I waited a lot longer than just a couple of weeks. It seemed like I waited for like a month. Maybe it's just my mind. That's how my mind is working for some reason. But again, thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. Your feedback and support are extremely appreciated and extremely valued. And to the next video, adios and goodbye for now.